Tonight, a new play at Rollins College is bringing history full circle. Why? Well, let's go back to 1932. That's when Zora Neale Hurston, who has very strong ties, as we all know, to the town of Eatonville, was invited to share her work on campus, but her show never made it to the main stage.
Yeah, she wrote about her experiences Eatonville, Maitland. Instead, Hurston and her group performed at another spot at the rec center, but now students are making sure her voice is finally heard on the big stage.
Our Brianna Howard has a story behind the Let People Sing.
Students at Rollins College spent a year researching and writing this production, diving into Zora Neale Hurston's legacy and her connection to campus. Tonight, they're honoring her in the very theater her work was not allowed in nearly 100 years ago.
Work it over until it is done, and then I write it down.
Connor Chomley steps into a role that feels bigger than the character and bigger than the stage he's standing on.
It honestly feels like really amazing. It's been a while since I've been back performing on this stage, and it's honestly just a really nice feeling to be back and performing with my fellow actors.
You're Langston Hughes, aren't you?
Connor plays Langston Hughes in a student-written production called Let the People Sing. He says this moment is about representation.
What it means to me is that it's telling another Black story that needs to be told, because there are so many different stories that need to be told when it comes to Black history.
The play tells the story of Zora Neale Hurston's visit to Rollins College in the 1930s and how her show was never permitted at the Annie Russell Theater.
At that time in Winter Park, we're living in the Jim Crow South. And yeah, it was the case that Zora Neale Hurston and her performers, this show was not staged on the Annie Russell Theater stage.
Now, nearly 100 years later, students are bringing her legacy here themselves.
I wanted to have the chance with students to dive into that history and discover parts of the story that hadn't been told yet.
The show weaves history, music, and costume design led by a team of young playwrights.
I feel like we don't have a lot of stories that celebrate Black joy, so it's nice to have a show that highlights like certain things that plays in the past don't really like focus on.
And the music rooted in Zora's tradition plays a critical part.
Music is such a universal thing, even babies sing and dance when they don't know how to. So I think to honor through music is to honor through a language that everyone speaks.
For Connor, tonight is more than opening night. It's a celebration of a team that brought this story together. Now they'll tell the story that Zora never got to share. Let the People Sing opens tonight at 7:30 at the Annie Russell Theater and runs through the weekend. Students say this performance isn't just entertainment, it's a historic moment restoring Zora Neale Hurston's place on this stage. We'll have a link to the Rollins College website where you can buy tickets. Find that on our website, mynews13.com, or the Spectrum News app. In the studio, I'm Brianna Howard, Spectrum News.